let's see if I can do this in less than 3 takes. I am Emma. Today is Monday. This video is going to be about movies that I like, but more specifically, it's going to be about horror movies that I like. Number 1, which is near and dear to my heart, I love this movie so much. Actually, it's a franchise. The Scream franchise, excellent. Great movies. I thought that Drew Barrymore was going to be in it more because she's on the poster for the first one, but it turns out no, she was just messing with everyone's heads. But Neve Campbell is awesome. She's great. Yeah, I just love those movies so much because they're not really a horror. They're not, oh, look at all this gore and blood and guts. It's, oh, this is scary. We don't know who the killer is. They seem to have sort of supernatural powers. They're really fast. They're really smart. You don't know what's going to happen next. And so that's the type of movie that I really like. I don't like gory, like, disgusting horror movies. I'm out. No, thank you. But I do love thrillers. Related to that, I really, really love Halloween, the Halloween movies. Actually, okay, so there are some obvious exceptions, like the Halloween 2.0, I think is what it's called. And it doesn't have Michael Myers in it. It's flying masks that kill people on Halloween, and it's stupid, and I don't like it. But the Michael Myers movies, they're great. I love Jamie Lee Curtis. Is that her name? Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis. I love Jamie Lee Curtis. I think she's great. I think that the movie would be too scary if they were to remake it now. I think there is a remake, but I haven't watched it. I think it'd be too scary now. I think that it's got enough of the stupid, like, 70s bad effects, bad cinematography, that it makes it not scary, but it's scary enough because, I mean, freaking creepy. It's really creepy. I highly recommend that one as well if you're into more of a thriller and less of a horror, as I am. I would be remiss if I didn't mention a movie with my beloved Kevin Bacon in it. Kevin Bacon is my favorite. He's awesome. He's a great actor. Yes, top-notch Kevin Bacon. And the movie that I'm going to talk about, it's called The River Wild, and it has Meryl Streep in it as well, I believe. So it's got a very good cast in it. And it's about this family who they kind of meet. They're going down this river, like White River rafting or whatever you call it, and they meet up with Kevin Bacon and this other guy who are actually bank robbers, and they end out like kidnapping them and making them take them down the river. And Kevin Bacon is really creepy in it, which I'm not so much of a fan of because I love Kevin Bacon, but I think that he did the part really well. So I really recommend that movie as well because Meryl Streep is awesome, Kevin Bacon's awesome, and I just really like that movie. It's not even really a thriller, I mean, like, it kind of is, but it's not even remotely close to scary. It's just kind of like, oh my god, it's almost an action-y adventure type stuff. And then finally, a creepy movie. It's not a thriller, but it is creepy. It's like dark comedy that I really like is Heathers, which stars Winona Ryder and Christian Slater, and Christian Slater is like really young and hot in it, and it's actually kind of surprising. And Winona Ryder looks amazing as always, and it's just great. But let's go through the trigger warnings for that, because it's like trigger warning suicide, trigger warning homophobia, trigger warning adult content, trigger warning torture type stuff, trigger warning self-harm, trigger warning bullying, trigger warning drinking, trigger warning drugs, trigger warning really weird, almost like LSD type scenes. It's almost like in Romeo plus Juliet or in Moulin Rouge, that type of scene. It's really weird, but good. And I recommend that movie as well, even though it does many trigger warnings. Hopefully I've gotten all of them. But yeah, Heathers, great movie. And then finally, I don't watch a lot of horror, like, TV show type stuff because it's harder to find out the spoilers on that. That's one thing that I'm really bad about doing. I will look up the spoilers to a horror movie before I watch it because I don't want to be too freaked out. But one TV series that's like a horror thriller, it's definitely more of a thriller, is Harper's Island, which is without a doubt the best TV show I have ever watched. And I say that as a huge fan of like Supernatural and Sherlock and a bunch of other stuff. But I love Harper's Island. It is top notch. And it has, incidentally, most of the cast of Harper's Island was also in at least one episode of Supernatural, just because it's one of those funny things in life. Like, the sheriff in Harper's Island is Bobby from Supernatural, and one of the incarnations of Ruby is the sister in Harper's Island, and it's excellent. And I recommend Harper's Island. It is so great. And you guys won't understand it if you haven't watched it, but it is excellent. It is a great movie. It's like every week someone dies. It's a mini-series, so like it's not, I think there's like 13 episodes or something. It's really few episodes, and it just ratchets up the suspense, and it keeps the suspense just going up and up and up and up and up, and it has crazy twist ending. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but it's epic. So I recommend watching it. It's great, good stuff. Don't watch at night. Warning for that. Don't do that. I did that. No, don't do that. Not a fun time. But other than that, that is probably the best example of horror/thriller that I've seen for me personally, because it just mixes the elements that I like really well, and it doesn't focus too much on the gore and blah 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 blah. So I really liked it. I recommend you people watch it. In fact, I might end up just marathoning it at some point, because that would be super fun. Yeah. Great, good stuff.